Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Welcome to another Photoshop tutorial. Today, I will be breaking down and showing you how to edit this design. So let's get started. So if you're just going to print this design out the way it is, the first thing you want to do is hide the watermark layer and also hide the background layer. And at this point, you can save as a copy or export your design. What you want to make sure is that you are saving as a PNG. That way your design will remain transparent and you can just go ahead and save. Now, if you are going to edit this design and switch it up, I'll go ahead and break this down for you. I'm going to start here at the bottom. Background layer, I set it up so you can change the color so you can see what it may look like on different color shirts. This layer here, the outline folder, this covers the majority of your outlines. To edit your outlines, if you want to change the color, you want to click on the little arrow to expand your folder, and you just double click on the FX. This will bring up your layer style. You go to stroke and you can change the color of the stroke, have whatever color you like, or make the stroke bigger or smaller if you like. That goes for the same for each layer here. Now the effects folder, this consists of all of your glows and your drop shadows. So we click on the little arrow to open up this folder. We double click on the FX. We can see we have an inner glow, outer glow, and a drop shadow. So we're not gonna mess with anything here. We want to pretty much keep this the same. But the first thing you want to do before you start changing anything up, you want to click on the mask on the effects folder. You want to make sure these brackets are highlighted. And then we're going to come over here to the bottom and click on the garbage can to delete that mask. I'll explain why it's necessary to have a mask on this layer a little bit later. Let's go ahead and start changing things up. So where we want to edit is everything that we have highlighted here in the red. The easiest way to make changes is just to double click on the layer, and this will bring up that layer that you double clicked up will open in a separate tab. And what we want to do is place embed it. Let's see, what we want to do is add our new picture. I'm going to hit size of the available space that we have here on the canvas. I'm going to highlight the previous picture and delete it. Now I'm going to close and click yes to save changes. When this tab closes, the changes will be on our main picture. So now here I can Control T, change the size, adjust it how I would like. Next, let's change the text. So we're going to do the same thing. Double click on text layer, and now here what we want to do is double click on the text. This will highlight our text. I'm going to open up my characters tab, and this is where I will change my text. So if I didn't want to use this particular text, I can use another. One thing I just have to make sure is that my text fits within inside the canvas. So what I'm going to do is start making it smaller, change up some of the spacing on it, and I can change the spacing on each individual letter like so. Don't necessarily want the text touching, but I would like them as close as possible. So I'm just making final adjustments. Make sure the text fits inside the box. Looks good. And we can also change the color. So if I wanted to swap the colors out, I'll just highlight the text, pick the colors that I want. Easy peasy. Click the check mark, and we're going to close and save those changes. And now I can resize and adjust it accordingly. And if we want to change one of the helmets up, say for instance, you want to do a versus, or you want to just change the color of the helmet. We're going to double click on the helmet. I'm going to place a new helmet. I'm going to resize. It fits inside the box. Delete, close, and save. Here I can Control T and adjust the size. Now, the importance of masking the effects folder is because if we zoom in, we can see some of the drop shadow on some areas are popping out. And we change the background black. We got a little bit of glow popping out, which we don't really need. So what we're gonna do is mask all of those shadows off. So those shadows are in the effects folder. So I'm gonna open up the effects folder. On the keyboard, I'm gonna hold Control and Shift at the same time. And I'm gonna point on the little icon for the eagle head while continuing to hold the Shift and the Control button. I'm gonna click on the skyline, the player, the eagles, helmet 2 and helmet 1. I'm gonna highlight the effects folder and come down to the bottom and click on the square the circle, which is your mask button. And this will mask your shape. And you no longer have those shadows or any glows popping out on the sides. So at this point, you can hide your background and set up for printing or save it as a PNG. So I hope this tutorial was helpful, and also be sure to stay tuned because more designs and tutorials are on the way. Until next time, stay blessed.